And now it's time for another edition of What Would Jello Do? Well, what can I say about what Putin's doing this time and the poor people in Ukraine that our hearts are with that hasn't already been said, probably better by me. Except that as soon as he started rolling in, I feared the worst based on the other times he's gotten away with this. People think about Georgia or the Crimea. What about Chechnya? He blew that place to the ground twice. The second time only to up his poll numbers before the last maybe actual real live election in Russia. And the strategy there is something that's maybe happening, he'd be getting ready for in Kyiv right now with all those vehicles coming in, like they did to the capital of Chechnya, Grozny, surrounded the whole city and then slowly moved in from all sides, one block by block, just blowing everything to the ground and destroying it. And then taking off saying, okay, now look what you got. Here's my gangster, obey him and maybe you won't get killed. There's already smaller towns, I think in the Donbass region above Mariupol, Volovaknya, I think, Shastia was another one where they've been doing this in miniature and people don't dare even come out of their basements because they're just gonna kill them and stuff. This is where I fear the worst. Just like Trump, it's all about revenge. But something else to keep in mind, we created Putin. So now that a certain ministry video is getting all this attention all of a sudden, there's another video you should watch. It's going to come right after me, complete with lyric sheet from the last album of Guantanamo School of Medicine meet Tea Party Revenge Porn. It's called We Created Putin, because basically we did. After World War I, we just all shit on the Germans and rubbed their nose in their own crap. And things got so bad long term, Hitler comes to power. We learn after World War II, Marshall Plan, rebuild Japan. Now they're more democratic than we are. But the Soviet Union falls and anti-foreign aid budget hawks like the Reagan regime and Daddy George Bush's regime are in charge. We didn't do much of anything for them except how can we scam on this? How can we turn this into a new China or Latin America of cheap workers, something like that? And sure enough, things got so crazy that first a guy named Vladimir Zhirinovsky came, into the public eye when he was, the biggest, smaller block in the Duma, got in fist fights on the floor, came from a heavy metal boutique originally, and now sells his own cologne and stuff. And he was so much of a buffoon, just posing by a map of Greater Russia with Finland in there. Didn't cut it. But I thought even then, oh my God, this is what happens when there's no Marshall Plan. How stupid could we be? What happens when a smart Zhirinovsky gets in? That, of course, is Putin. So again, it's all in the song. Check it out.
Suffer, let them starve, let
borrow billions from Russian banks. No bankruptcies, you pay us back and do everything we say. Boards by Tentacles in Putin Tower, change the locks in Mar-a-Lago. You'll only stare through the glasses like as hookers in the world run wild. At any time, anywhere, scorching cheeseburgers in your bed. My agents will poison you, and poison if I'm got to. We're more like Russia every day. Oligarchs steal everything. Crime families like Kushner and Trump to the cokehead Zuckerberg Bezos Trump. Loot the country, loot the banks. Cook up another 08 crash for rocket bag and chicken. No one went to jail. Kleptocracy's too big to fail. We created Putin.